is saying was what Muiwa said. From where I'm seated is a lie from the pit of hell. Okay. It's a big lie from the pit of hell. And this is why I say so. Number one, Papariano. It was in November, sitting at the inquest, that an official of the DNA and Forensic Center told the court that they have sent samples to the USA for toxicology. It is in the record. And it was even mentioned in yesterday's report. Now, since then, the first question I would love to ask Muiwa was the family carried along when they did postmortem for that corpse? No. In the same climb, and things that has been done here in Nigeria, the family will be told when they want to carry out the autopsy, and member of the family will be there. Did Lagos State carry the family member along when they first started autopsy? They took samples of the disease when it was exhumed in September. They took the samples that they want to do, because it was when they went to do the autopsy, when the pathologists went to take the samples, that they took all the samples they will need to do toxicology, etc., etc. Now, in November, when the inquest starts, that guy only came to give reports, not that he was saying we just did it. He was reporting to the inquest that samples have been sent. And they asked, where? Some people say UK, where? He said abroad. Where abroad? USA. They did not mention it was NMS then. It was in February when Brekete came, that Brekete was now being specific by asking the commissioner.
And after
they said they don't do autopsy
because no, Susan pressure bed.
Wait now. I don't want to bring Susan first. It was when Brekete pressurized the commissioner. That commissioner, they thought say they don't do autopsy. They thought say they won't do toxicology. People said they don't do them. The man did not even answer right there. He gave him a date that he's going to find out. And he went to find out. Even the
30 minutes later.
He asked for time within the same.
Wait, that day, when he was to give the very information, he even took time to communicate to those people, which means as a government and as the commissioner for information, he went directly to the people in charge to ask for information. And they gave him information. And they also gave him the timeline. The first thing, Babariano, when we discussed that matter that day, was that why will you now be talking of new timeline when we've been told since November that you've sent it to the United States, even though we don't know the. Then it was like 10 weeks difference. I think it was the second week in November, December, January, going to like 3 months before the man came on Brekete to announce that day. Even after Brekete, Papa Areano, and they went. Then Susan called. Susan was telling them emphatically that they have searched around the United States. It is not there. That was based on the initial information given in November.
Correct.
What Susan was more or less saying is, Mr. Commissioner, your information is not right, because since November that your team had told us they've sent this out, we've searched for it, the whole of America. They did not get it. Nothing came from Lagos State Forensic. Muiwa did not say he went to look for it there, no. He did not say he went there physically there, no. He did not claim that they were told there, no. It is now, and when Susan said it there, people were castigating Susan. People were castigating us on Papariano. You people, you don't want this. Give it to Berekete. Berekete is a billionaire. Berekete is a zillionaire. Selling all sorts of bogus statements.
Aristocrats.
Mama, make her finish.
Okay.
Let aristocrats finish. Let aristocrats finish.
Okay.
Now, that day, Muiwa was still going about, and that was February. And what we were talking about is, okay, do autopsy. If government is now claiming that they have 8 weeks, why not do another one to come at the same time, because they failed us on the first day? Muiwa did not come out to say he has gone to investigate NMS in Pennsylvania. He didn't come out. He didn't say anything. They were doing everything underground because they were not doing anything. They were faffing around. That is what they were doing. They were playing with people's intelligence, all of them. Now, at the end of the day, because if they did, they should have collaborated what Susan sent, if he actually did so. He did not do anything. Barrister Shitu has not come to the party then. They didn't do jack. The lawyer was living in UK. He would have used his UK whatever connection to have done. He was living in America. He didn't do anything. They all keep sealed. Now, that episode went. People were cursing Susan. Anybody that puts man, they don't want. They just want to be heard. They feel saying I didn't get everything. Now, Punch, the truth that I've been told since February, Punch Dayo Yelowo now came and said this is the report. The same information that a number of people sent mail to that email that is on their website that they gave to people was the same information they gave to Oyewo. But this time, they answered Oyewo a little bit off that one because he was a journalist. But still, they didn't give it. I said, we didn't have anything. It is not now that Emperor Muiwa now woke up from his slumber since November last year, since February this year, that said himself also did the investigation. If you want to lie, you can go and lie to children in nursery school. Not to say that. Because I would have expected Muiwa to always not talk when he shouldn't talk, because he's making mockery of the whole thing. The only information I got from what he said yesterday on York Daddy and Oloriebi was when he said they did write a letter for private autopsy. And since then, probably in February, the state have been sitting on that. That is the only information which I already know.
That was lie. Let me quickly debunk that.
Baba, wait.
Let me quickly debunk that.
Baba, wait. I will debunk that too. Because I knew what happened. Now, let me tell you what happened in the month of April. When lawyer Dosumu told Baba, when they came from court in April, and told Baba that they need to prosecute the private autopsy matter that they want to get with court. Papa told him, that is Baba Mohbad told him that, I don't have money for that yet because there are many things in it. We still have the toxicology. Then people were already on the neck of Odumosu. But Odumosu has been trying to work, but he wasn't flying. But Muiwana came to report yesterday as if they were proactive. It is a lie from the pit of hell. They were not proactive anything. It was after so much shout. And at that time, people were already, and the people within the Afenifere were also against Odumosu, telling him they want him changed. They've been doing a lot of things. And Odumosu now came out. Babariano, you will remember that thing I read that Bayo sent to me. One press release that Odumosu sent when this thing was up. And Odumosu listed things he had planned to do, but it was yet to be approved. That was what Odumosu said. Now Muiwa now came out yesterday telling people that don't even know facts, that don't know what is happening, and giving them karamoje. They should go and lie to people that don't know things.
How do we proceed as members of the Justice for Mohbad? Because everything they have brought out.
Let me tell you how we proceed. Okay. Let me tell you how you proceed. Let me tell you how you proceed. Okay. You see, when the people, I'll continue to say, the biggest resources you have in everything is the people. It is the people. But when you think you are wiser than the people, You will always make the mistake. And I continue to use this analogy. This case of Mohbad, Oyinbo will say, he who pays the piper dictates the tune. But in this case of the Mohbad, he who pays the piper do not dictate the tune. It is he who brought the piper that is dictating the tune. The people that are putting every resources down continue to talk, spending money, spending time on a daily basis, putting their reputation and life at stake, all in the name of getting justice. Who ought to be well informed for them to know how to support these people? They will not be told until they cry and cry and cry and cry. That is when someone will now come out and give us something like snippet. And they will tell you, Ila ole gajo nire lo. An okra tree cannot be taller than the planter. You cannot cry more than the bereaved. That is what they will come to tell you. But this is how we are going to get this. This is how we are going to get this thing. And I've said this thing since January. Apariano, remember. The very day the public decides that none of the Aloba structure will affect your decision when you want to act, and act unilaterally. Seek their consent when they need to give, and if they want to, work on public opinion to get your information out. That is how you are going to get things done. Because so far, this is what I think. There are variants of justice in this matter. Justice according to the public is different from justice according to the government. It's different from justice according to the Aloba. It's different from justice according to the widow. It's different from justice according to the mother of the deceased. And it's also different from the justice according to those who only want to benefit from this problem. But justice for the public is the justice that the public need. And the state is responsible to the public. Then what should the public do? Go straight to the authorities and hold them accountable. Forget any other person. Because the person that died is a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And because he's a citizen and he is a bona fide member of a state, it is the responsibility of the state to protect his life. And in case that a life was lost, it is the responsibility of the state to ensure that they unravel what killed him and prosecute whoever that does it. Now, it is the duty of the people to hold the state responsible because the government is acting on behalf of the people. And that is why I will subscribe to Bapariano to say we should begin to write petition. Forget whoever, they don't matter. If you don't want to do it individual, there are foundations that are available. Write letter to them. Demand for what the citizen wants. It is not about the family of Aloba. It is about a citizen of Nigeria that was killed. And we are all afraid for our lives because we believe some so-called cartel that seems to have influence in the society want to be killing all of us one by one. That is the standpoint we must start. And we should stop discussing of giving these people any form of reference. We should stop
the family still have
to
some
begin to act.
The family still have some priority.
Papariano,
Papariano, you know where the priority of the family comes. Let me tell you where the priority of the family
No,
comes.
I know. We already talked about it. I want to really add in something there. I mean, something there because this incident that happened, it happens. Most of the evidences that will be used to prosecute this case is either in the hands of the friends of Mohbad or in the hands of the family of Mohbad. For example, Baba Mohbad is a living evidence that when he got there, he saw this, saw that. So if he is not cooperating, okay,
Papariano, relax.
What do you do?
Let me help you, Papariano. Let me help you.
Go on.
You see, under the state, in a state that is governed, that has its own sovereignty and has its own judiciary, anybody, any citizen, irrespective of the office the person holds, can be summoned by the court to give evidence under oath, and the person must give it, because if the person do not, the person have committed a crime. So it does not matter whether the man wants to talk or not. If the man is subpoena, he will go and answer and say what he knows.
Don't forget,
all you have to do. Papadano. Me, I'm not playing on this.
The man didn't talk about salt now when he get to inquest now. Are you forgotten? What do you do?
Baba, leave salt out of it. You see, these are the principles you must get. It is when you are playing on a pedestrian that you can be manipulated, that you'll be manipulated. But if you play in the realm that you are looking at them from above and telling them that for once, the citizen is the highest office of the land. And this is how the citizen gets it done. When you begin to call, you see, if the family only is just telling government, help me, they no go hear. But when the people rise up, they will hear. When Mohbad just died, did you see the number of protests that was done all around Nigeria? It wasn't in Lagos alone.
It was in
the east. It was everywhere. Is it the family that made that thing to go? If those people did not come up, do you think whatever the family are saying now, anybody will listen to them? There are 1,001 cases of people that have been killed that are still lying fallow.
We abandon them and then we take up the kid. That's the public.
That is what I'm saying.
We stop giving them relevance. No, we stop giving them relevance.
That is what I've been saying. We should begin to use our power of the people.
Okay, so what
and use that power right.
What I hear you say,
good evening, everyone.
Is that
good evening, everyone.
Sorry, let me just round up my own thought because it was responding to me. I'll let you speak, please, the prince.
Okay, no
so what you're saying is that we should go the route of writing fresh petitions as an independent public, away from the family and all their interference. Is that what you're saying?
This is what I'm saying. Number one, we are not independent public. We are the people, the states. What makes the state under democracy? It is the citizen. The governor, the IG, everybody have the power they have through the people. And they are holding it in trust for us. So you demand as the people. Number one. Number two, under the law of Nigeria, just like what happened at the inquest, inquest is a public inquiry. Yeah. Even a primary school student can go to the place and ask a question. They will answer that person. Am I making sense? Because it is the people. And anybody that is listed that is seen that can give evidence will be called to give evidence. Now, if the state is therefore acting on our behalf, what we then need to do as the people is to articulate our thought and demand and make it black and white and send a demand to the government. And when you send it to them and they've taken a copy, you now go on other mass media to continue to demand for it. That is how you get government to work.
Let's say the government don't release the file like the...
Which file?
Let's say, for example, now, like this toxicology file that the government want to release, and the government give it to the family, and the family doesn't want to make it public for us to see. How do you request for it public?
It is the state that is prosecuting this matter. Now, Papariano, you are forgetting something. This toxicology and killing of anybody within a state is a criminal matter, and it is not a civil matter.
No, you're not getting what I'm saying.
The family cannot sit on anything.
No.
What do they want to sit on?
It is up to the family to make the report that was the autopsy report. Okay, because sometimes it depends on the kind of death that killed their persons. Okay, and they don't want it on public. They may not want to share the transcript, the copy that was given.
No, you understand. Understand.
Not at this stage.
I just want to say something here.
Oku family mo.
Sorry, let me say something here before you continue.
What if the father want to go and bury Mohbad? What if the father want to...
Please allow the prince to talk. Please allow the prince.
Yesterday, I was the one that first asked a Muiwa question, on Olorable platform. And I told him that, family, you have already buried this guy. It was the cry of the public that caused what is happening at the moment, that they should allow the public to take in charge of this case. They should just support the public from behind. And he said that he's going to look at it and they're going to get back to the public. I told them already, they cannot fight this fight. They will not win. They cannot win the government. But let the public take in charge of this case, because they will just be dragging the family left and right. But if the public take in charge of the case, we will get to where we want to get to. I told him that they should just relax and support the public from behind, because the way they are handling things now, they are still using Yawo Wani, Egbon Wani, Aburo Wani. That's what they are still using. But if the public take in charge of this case, it's going to be totally different from the way they are handling. That's what I told Muiwa yesterday. So what we need to do now is that let the family rise up. The public rise up and take charge of this case. The family cannot handle this case. It's too big for them. It's only the public that can handle this case.
But you were there, sorry, you were there when he said he went to Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah, I was there. He said they went to about 19 states or something like that. Just said a lot of stuff. You know that they but that yeah, but
you know that
See,
no. Let me tell you something. You don't have to be fighting anybody. No matter what you are saying, you are not. Nobody is fooling me. Nobody can fool me. On this Justice for Mohbad, I'm on my own. I don't trust anybody. I don't believe anybody. You understand? On this Justice for Mohbad, I'm on my own. I'm the prince, and I don't trust anybody. I don't trust anybody at all. No matter what story, I listen to them. I respond to whatever I believe that I can respond to, and I keep quiet if I don't need to respond to anything, because I don't trust anybody.
February, what lost in 19 states.
Yeah, there's a lot of contradictory story on this Mohbad. You understand? What we need to do now, if we really want to help this family, the public should hijack this Justice for Mohbad from the family. Let the public hijack it from the family, and the family should support the public from behind. That's how we can get justice. That's where, otherwise, they are talking to people behind. They are bribing them. They are talking. They are threatening them. They are doing a lot of stuff from behind. But if public handle this case, there's no way nobody can penetrate to the public. You cannot ever penetrate, no matter how powerful or rich you are. You won't be able to penetrate to the public, but the family, friend, and stuff, they can do that easily. So now I don't know, Aristocrat and Co. I don't know what you guys can do to take this case from the family. Let the public take in charge of the case of this case, and that's how we can move on.
See, the prince. The thing here is this, right? That would have been a very good idea. Now you have to see that. You have to understand that the family is also highly interested, okay, in the case, and as a result of that, there will be a division between the public. Already, you see how they were fighting Lady Harris and others and co. That, oh no, you see, there was a time that the citizen that everybody's reading today, right? That everybody's reading today. It was okay. Let me say, it was through Lady Harris that it came out. I mean, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, now, when they went to get the citizen, the legal team came out with disown the lawyer parading, and they also disown one PR. I don't know. 1 minute. They are so quick to come out and disown people. It is still on Punch. You can type it. Baba Mohbad's lawyer said he disowned lawyers going in court to parade. Said he's fighting for justice for Mohbad. That anybody fighting for justice for Mohbad as a lawyer must come and get consent from them. That Baba Mohbad is happy with his legal team, and they are working so hard.
Paparedo, do you know the lawyer that they are using before? What is his name? Ozio Dumoso or whatever. I don't trust that lawyer.
He's happy with it.
I don't trust that lawyer at all.
Okay, so now
lawyer might be working
in the case, believe me, right? There are so many fans. Let me say more than half of the public, especially people who are interested, in this case right now, are under the structure of the family. And if you are coming out right now to maybe create any structure, they are the first one that will fight against you. And they are coming to all these people to fight against you. Okay, so if you want to take all those pressure, maybe you can try. Because the people themselves don't understand. That's the thing. You see, they cannot come here where we rob mine, where the intelligent people want to rob mine and have this thing resolved. They go to where they just speak and people shake head, people nod.
I know.
Try.
I don't know if you are conversant with Olori Brief platform. The guy really got
No,
after
I'm
that. They should allow.
not used to his
Yeah,
platform.
that Olori said they should allow the public to take in charge. That they cannot do this thing. That they should allow. The guy was angry bitterly that they should allow the public to take in charge of this case. And that's what we need to do from now. They cannot just be wasting our time emotionally, psychologically, financially. They cannot be wasting our time. They should allow the public to take over if they want justice. If they want to win this case, the public should take in charge of the case. They can just
make no mistake, because
they need to do.
they are listening now. Make no mistake.
Yeah.
Let me not talk. Let me not say. Let me not say.
What they need to do,
Since I was
what they need to
born,
do is
since I was
to
born,
give
I have
the
never
public
contributed
the
money for any
information
case.
necessary. That's what they need to do. Just give all the necessary information. The public will fight the fight. We're going to fight for. We're going to fight the fight. We're going to fight it for them. They should allow the public to do it the way they want, not the way the family. The family are still using aburo wani, egbon wani, padi wani, yawo wani. That's what the family are still. That's what they are still using.
Okay,
They are even
Prince,
toying with
I
our
agree.
emotions.
I agree with you that they should leave the public to fight the fight for them. But guess what? We still need these guys, because if we continue fighting without their involvement, what if there are things that we don't know that they know? That is
That's what I'm
holding them back.
saying.
They truly want justice, they will tell us. Then we know they don't want justice.
So that we don't want them. We don't want to.
Then
We
we know
don't
they
want
don't
to
want
go
justice.
so. We don't
But
want
they
to go
cannot
too
They
far,
have
and then
information
we'll
to
be
give to
put
us
down.
that we help justice. Like Mama Mohbad right
Exactly.
now, she has information that we help to give justice.
Information, that's what we need from them.
When we know she doesn't want justice,
Please.
We don't need the money. Probably we raise
Okay,
Let me ask
okay.
a
My
question.
other question is this.
Yet, baby,
A while back,
one.
sorry,
Yet, baby,
Aristocrat, let me
one.
quickly
Wait
ask
now.
something. Let
No,
me
no.
quickly
Me, I
ask
want
you.
to
You
ask you
answered
one
me
babe,
to
it's
say
question.
like you
that.
are too emotional
No.
right now. We are not. We don't
Wait,
do this.
wait.
We go and learn.
No, no,
Let me
you
ask you
need to
one
know me.
You
question.
have
I'm
to
not
go and
emotional
learn.
at all.
Yet, baby, one. Wait now,
Go on,
baby.
please. Go on.
Baby, relax.
Okay, go on.
Relax. I want to ask you a question. What do
SAM,
you think they know that
you
we
have
don't
started.
know as of today? What do you think that family knows that we don't know as of today?
Okay. I don't know
What do you
what
think they
they.
know?
I don't know what they know that they're not sharing, but somehow, because of their body language and the way they've been dragging, especially when we want them to move a bit faster, and we're not getting the right kind of traction, that should also send the signals that there is probably something that is holding them back, but they're not sharing with the public. And so that's why we need to exercise due caution in how we
Okay.
jump,
And they
how
are
we
using
jump.
public funds. And they are
No, no,
using public funds that they cannot share it with the public. And they are
see,
using public funds.
yeah, let me land. See, there will always be public support. And when there is public support, even though we want to be in charge, we still need to give them we need to cut them some slack. Working together with people, collaborating does not mean taking full control. Collaborating means that we come together to agree on how to forge ahead. So right now, for me, I don't think that moving them aside and forging ahead is going to help us if they are not leveling with us on things that we should actually know, or whatever is holding them back, whatever is causing that delay or the
All
drag
right, baby,
on
baby,
their
baby.
side.
I
Let
asked
me
you
say
a
something here.
question.
Me, I
Wait
don't
now,
Sorry,
the
believe that
prince,
we
wait.
have the full
The
story.
prince,
I
wait.
don't
The
believe
prince,
we
wait.
do.
Baby, yet baby, but the baby is shorter. The whole name
Babe
is
one.
mouthful.
Okay, don't call me babe,
Okay,
Sha. Baby. Yeah,
okay,
thank you.
babe. Baby is good,
I'll
Abby,
change
or
my
babe?
name soon. Don't
Just
worry.
say babe. Just say babe.
Okay,
Babe one.
babe,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go
babe.
ahead. Okay.
This is what I want you to know. There is nothing the family knows that we don't know. You see all those their body language you are talking about. When the public charge the police to do the right job, they will decode all body language, eyes language, heaven language that they have. They should go and tell everything to the investigative department. We don't want to know. For it is the job of the police
And they should have
to
arrested
find out their
evidence.
body language, their head language, or unspoken words. It is not our business. Our business is simply this: what killed a citizen
Correct.
that resides in Lagos State? Who killed the citizen? How did the citizen die? When all those things are gotten, let the police put the document together look at it and pass it to the criminal court. Let the criminal court judge it. Case closed. So it
Okay.
is the job of the police. When police arrest criminal, do people go there to be talking of body language, what they know or what they don't know? It is the job of this police to find it out. And that is why we are paying them. That is why we pay tax. That is why we do it. Now, you are saying we take it from them. We are not taking anything from them. Because in the first place, this matter is a state prosecuting matter. It is the state that will persecute it, not the family of Aloba. So we are, and the state is doing it on our behalf. Who is the state? It is the people. The governor, the Ogbegwe, DPP, they are doing it on behalf of the citizen. So the citizen is now telling them, do the job right. If you don't do it right, we will come for you. It's as simple as that.
Okay,
don't do it right.
I just let me support you here.
You take it
Hold on, Yeti baby. Let me support you here. Let me tell you something. What public need, you want to fight the criminal aspect of the case. You want to know what killed Mohbad, who killed Mohbad, what the cause of Mohbad's death. That's what we want to know. If the family want to fight for the property, that's their problem. If the family want to fight for the DNA, that's their problem. We don't care about that. We want to take care of the criminal aspect of the case, which is the what killed Mohbad, who killed Mohbad, what's the reason why Mohbad was killed, and we want justice. Any other thing, the public, we don't have any. That's a personal problem. The DNA, the property is family issue. But what we are fighting, we are looking for is what's the motion behind the death of that young man?
Yeah, I'm 100% with you on that. That should be our focus.
That's what we need. Focus. The property, they're not going to share us of the property. They're not going to share us of the property. Now we have agreed.
And that is what I've been saying all this while.
Liam is not going to be my child. So it's none of our problem. Our problem is that because Mohbad is a public figure and someone pulled the trigger, and we want to know who pulled the trigger, and the person must face the justice. Simple as ABC. Get case closed. We don't care about what their property or their child, whatever. That's the problem. But if the DNA is the cause of the dead, if the DNA is the cause of the dead, then we go after DNA. If the property is the cause of the dead, we go after property. But what we are looking for is the what killed Mohbad. Who killed Mohbad? That's what we need from them. You understand what I'm saying? That's why we say let the public take in charge of this case. We will head to somewhere. We cannot just be running around the circle where we just go around the circle for the past 9 months. We have to change the direction.
So we have agreed and we're all on the same page. How do we forge ahead? What are the next steps? That's what we should be discussing. And let's not dwell on what happened in the past, because the past is gone. If we dwell on it, let's move forward. How are we proceeding ahead? That's it.
This is my little suggestion on this. Let me just say, out of 100% of people who are fighting for justice for Mohbad, let me just say, will I say 1/3 of it is here now? Let me just say 1/3. I'm just for this time. So I believe the way we agree on this now, we can also look for people of the same mind who reason the same with the way we reason, to bring together. Let us not say this should happen in my platform, this should happen in my platform. Let's come together and say, okay, now if I agree on this now, let's preach it to the others who are also fighting for justice, so that we can have a very large this thing then to come to forge ahead. That is my own suggestion. I am not saying maybe people should follow, but I believe that can work out.
I want to say something. The message has been sent to Muinwa on the Olorebi platform, and he said he's going to get back to us. And I will push Olorebi to ask about it again. What is going to happen? Because they probably want to take charge of this case.
Can I say something?
Okay, go on.
You can say something.
Yes. First of all, I want to say that first up, I believe that by now, Paparano, from the discussion that myself and Paparano we had here yesterday, he knows some other things going on with regards to this case, and it's not a rocket science. It's just what it is, that the Lagos state government does not want this case to go for trial, does not want it to go to court. As a matter of fact, does not want nothing out of this case. So now, and the people that are involved, the team that are, because Paparano has made a very germane point today, even since yesterday he said it, and he still said it today. They need to set things right. They need to move in the right direction. But from the look of things, they don't even know what they are up against. They don't know. They need to know what they're up against. They're not just up against some I don't know, some like maybe area boys or some. No, you are up against a government, and these people, we're talking about some powers, and these people are very reckless. These people, they don't have any regard for the rule of law. As a matter of fact, what Paparano said today and what Comrade Moses said that he remember from the during a question that was posed to the pathologist, that where it was asked that how can they confirm the result, and from the way he has said it, you can see he has said something that it is by codes. So they were supposed to wait for the documents that the son, the lawyer has requested for and has applied for. And if they had done that, let's say, I did say something before. Let's say that Lagos State was stonewalling. They didn't want to release that document. Maybe they were delaying, because if you apply for something, it's easy. CTC, you apply for it. If the court, unless the court is not sitting, or there's a vacation, that you will not get the copy the same day. So if they are stonewalling, if they don't want to release it, they need to come out to the public first and let them know that, look, we have asked for this, and Lagos State government is not releasing it to us. And when that happens, what do they do? Because what they will do now depends on if these people are actually they actually understand who they are up against. Then they can now approach. I'm just saying, they can start approach what's it called, CNN, Al Jazeera, BBC, not in Nigeria. That, look, this is what is happening. Grant them interview. Let them know that we have this. So this is what is going on, and we've requested it, but the Lagos State government, and by extension, Nigerian government, they don't want to release the document which they have allegedly, they have claimed that they have and that they've carried out. So when that happens, because that is what these people hate, because they don't want this thing. They want this thing to be covered up, and that's why even the people that are talking on TikTok, talking on social media, they hate it. When they hear it, they hate it, because for as long the more they hear it, the more it rings in the mind of the people. Because look, Lagos State, they don't want any justice. But we, the people, want justice. So how do you go about it? Because now, if they say, oh, you want to petition the government, you want to petition Lagos State, or you want to sue Lagos State, that's another entirely. But what I believe the best way they can actually win this case is by that way, which Paparano too has mentioned today, that they need to be they need to be strategic. The people that they're fighting, they don't understand. Whoever that is involved, for as long as the person is highly connected to the Lagos State government, look, the police know what they should do. From day one, they knew what they should have done. This case is a criminal case. It's just a clear case. What they should have done was to institute a criminal case, start a criminal case, and invite the people that are involved. Someone died in his house, people were there, invite them, let them write statements, they will question them. The police, they know what to do. They will, if they want to do something, they will do it. But in this instance, a power, Lagos, of course, they're telling them, you cannot do nothing about this. And that is why, I don't know, I think I heard the DPP, if DPP say, they want to come in to take from police, whatever, just know that the case is over, is dead. Because once they come in, they are going to declare it. They're going to say there is no prima Fasi case, just in the case that I've cited, that me myself personally experienced, it was a criminal matter, and Lagos State was involved in the case, and they did everything. And at the end of the day, even in the face of overwhelming evidence that was released to them, that was sent to them by another judiciary from another state, the DPP took over the case from the police, and they sent the report to court, and they in the report there is no problem, and they asked the court to strike the matter out, and the matter was struck out. And I tell you that the day the matter was struck out, the OC Lega of Alagbon, because he was there, he had to come in because the prosecution lawyer that was prosecuting the case had already compromised too with the suspect, and then the prosecution was playing ball. This man came in when he wanted to announce his appearance. He told him to sit down, and he announced appearance. And he was talking to the judge, and the judge was telling him that, are you aware that DPP has put in there's a letter from DPP? He said he's aware, and he told the court that, look, he's going to express himself, that police, that people will say that we're not doing our job, that we will conduct investigation, and after conducting it, after we have done our job, DPP will come in and say they want to take over the case, and they take over the case, and then the case is dead. And the people will be like, oh, police, that is not them. Because once the DPP has the power, the DPP of Lagos, they have the power to take over any case in Lagos, within Lagos, if they're so interested in it. And I told Paparano yesterday, Google very well. Google, now you can still do it. How many cases of high profile, like someone that is highly connected to Lagos State government? How many cases that DPP has taken over that there was justice to such cases? Google it now. You will never see.
Not just in Lagos, in Nigeria.
Yeah. God bless you, bro.
Sorry, Jason. What is your point? Are you saying the DPP is going to boggle this case, or what?
I'm not just saying. I want you to actually confirm. You can do research about
you
it.
don't have a good antecedent.
Once they take over the case. Wait.
No, Jason.
Okay.
Wait, Jason.
Okay.
You know why I asked that question?
Yeah.
You know why I asked that question? Fine, there are experiences with the DPP. The question is, a criminal case like this, under the law, it is still the DPP that is the lead counsel. So what are you saying?
Okay.
Could you just summarize and give us the way forward? Or because if you are saying they will not do it, they will do it. Where are we going?
Okay, first, I want to say something. I want to correct that notion. No, it's not. Let me tell you what happens. This is it. A case like this, police, that's their responsibility. They do investigation and they will prosecute the case. It's a criminal matter. They are to prosecute it. So what happens is, whenever DPP comes in, usually when DPP comes in, when they come in, they want that case to be dead on arrival. They want it to be dead. What I'm telling you, you can
Sorry, what's the job of the DPP, the Director of Public Prosecution, and the police?
That's it. The thing is this.
Give us the difference. Yeah, what is their job? Their both job.
I may not right now. I may not be 100% be able to give you the different. But what I want to say is that
when police conduct their investigation, where is the next table where they send their file to?
When they carry out an investigation, okay, and they finish their investigation, they have legal department, OC Lega in Alagbo. So what they do is they prosecute it. Once the what's it called? The IPO, the whatever, I can't remember the name of that.
The job of the DPP is not to take cases from the police.
No, it's not. Unless the police themselves, if they write to them and say, "Oh, we need you."
Wait, Jason, you seems to be confusing. Now, let me say this. You see, the full meaning of the DPP is the Directorate of Public Prosecution. It is a department in the Ministry of Justice of every state. One. Yes, police is an authority that prosecute and investigate. They have a legal department. Now, in this case, this very case, let's talk to the case as it were. This case was taken over by the states.
Okay, I want to say something.
And the state, just let me finish first. Just let me finish because
Okay.
we just need to get some things straight, very, very straight.
Okay.
Just the way that no other person can investigate a criminal case in Nigeria as of today, except police or like authority like DSS, etc., etc. A private investigator cannot say, I investigate a case we want. No. If it is a criminal, if it is a felony. Now, in this case, we can always say the system, is corrupt. Yes, no problem about that.
When you finish, I would like to address that. Can I address it now?
Yes, I've not finished now. You say when I finish, I've not finished.
Okay, finish.
Just let me say what I want to say. Right. Now, we can say DPP can be corrupt. That is not system that is not corruptible. No, that is not system that is not corruptible. But what I will say is this. On this very matter we are talking about, it is a case that the state have taken up. And it is a case that the police will investigate. And the way they've done it, it will be passed to the DPP to further it because the state has taken it up. Now, what do we have to do? We all understand. You see, when we talk too much about this, we know that the system is compromised. But it doesn't mean we cannot get results outside the system. And the best way to get the result outside the system, which we've already have precedent, was what happened at Oriyomi's case. The people demanded that a private lawyer must join the DPP team to prosecute the case. Because they know what can go wrong. Because they know the man in question was a friend of the politicians, as it were. At the end of the day, the man was sentenced. So the people always have their way when they are united. Once you know the system you are fighting against, you come with the strategy to mitigate against them. The system cannot collapse because of one person. They will let that person go. You cannot collapse the system. So DPP, whatever, that is no system that is not corruptible. What we should be looking at is this. This is the way this thing is going to do. We get lawyers that are used to the system and they will be involved in it. We demand for it, for them to be added to the prosecuting team, and they will be there to checkmate them on every level. And if they don't, they will easily raise objection and the people will shout again, finish. But let us start the journey. The journey of 1,000 miles must start with the first step. That is how we start. We know the booby trap. We just have to follow it. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to answer you by saying this. First of all,
can I ask a question?
Okay.
Aristocrat, can you help me differentiate this? I just want to be in line with what you are saying so that we can get this fact right. You know, when we're talking of DPP, we are talking about states prosecuting a matter, which is different from Commissioner of Police prosecuting a matter. Now, in this case of Mohbad, is it the Commissioner of Police that is prosecuting or the PPP? Has the state taken over?
It is the state.
It
is the state that is prosecuting this matter. It is the state, sir.
Not police, not Commissioner of Police.
No, but police is going to do its duty. It is the state that is taking over this
and submit its findings to the DPP, right?
Yes. You know the process the way it is. Remember, let us look at what is happening at the inquest currently. The DPP lawyers, the lawyers from the Ministry of Justice, Lagos State, they are there.
Yeah.
They are from the DPP. They are there because it is that case. But because it's a public inquiry.
In the police criminal report, the CP Ounwa, I quote him, he said that they have opened a file and have sent it to the Director of Public Prosecution for advice and vetting. That is
Which means the governor has taken over from the commissioner of police.
all
That's
the
what it means.
all the suspect. If you forward that video, 34-minute video of the preliminary report of the police, the CP himself said they have forwarded the case to the DPP for advice and vetting before ending that speech.
Yes, you are correct. You are correct.
Can I
That was
respond to
what he
Aristocrat?
said. That was
But the question I want to ask, in Nigeria here, do commissioner of police also prosecute criminal cases? I think it's all DPP.
Yes, they do. Yes, they
The
do.
primary
Like armed robber
responsibility is
cases,
commissioner of police.
Oriṣiriṣi,
The primary,
like
the
that.
primary responsibility of criminal cases
Can I
is
respond?
commissioner of
Is the
police.
police? Yes, it's the police.
So I don't
respond?
know.
The primary
Aristocrat,
responsibility.
can you mention maybe few cases? I don't know, maybe few cases that Lagos State has taken over
With the case now.
in this manner.
Let me give you a recent one. Let me give you a recent one. You know the case of the rape of Baba Ijesha? The rape matter of Baba
Okay, yes,
Ijesha.
Baba Ijesha.
It was the state that took it up,
Yeah.
not the police.
It was still-
Police
okay,
did their
okay,
job.
okay.
Can I
And
respond?
submitted
If you
to
look
the DPP.
at the case of
Attorney
Yemo,
General.
the case of Yemo in 1995, during the Babangida, you know Yemo, that armed robber.
I'm Robert.
Is it
Yeah.
Chairman.
Is it Shinorambo?
You remember Yemo? No, not Shinorambo, Yemo.
No, not
In the
Shinora.
time of
Shinora is
Anini
80,
and all of
89.
that.
I know Yemo.
Okay,
It
I
was
know.
the police. It was the police that prosecuted those cases.
Yeah.
It was the police, because police is an institution. They can take matter from start to finish. That is their job. But in some cases, states do step in. But in this one, Lagos State have announced the DPP is involved in this very well.
And that's
Yes,
why,
in
and
this
that's
very
why
well.
they constituted the corona inquiry,
Can I respond to you now?
Yes, and all those jamboree.
because police will not do that. Police will investigate and prosecute. That will be commissioner
And
of
they will
police
take the matter
versus
to court.
whoever.
Yes.
Aristocrat,
Yes.
you have asked me a
Yeah,
question.
and
Can
take
I
matter
respond
straight
you
to
now?
court.
Yeah.
Can I
All
respond
right,
to your question?
Jason. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
So Jason, just tell us the way forward.
Okay, I want to know. Let me respond to your question first. First is this: if police AIG was AIG, okay, let's say AIG is prosecuting a case. Look, the suspect. Okay, in my own case, let me tell you what happened. The suspect.
What do you mean by AIG?
Wait.
What do you mean by AIG?
Yeah. Alagbon,
Assistant Inspector General of Police.
assistant, yeah. So
You know,
commissioner of
Alagbon, wait, Jason.
No, wait.
Jason.
Madam Ilopolo.
Bàbá Apollo, ọlọ́pàá náà ni gbogbo ẹ̀, orúkọ ni nomenclature ni.
Lose my thought.
Ọlọ́pàá náà ni is police. Jason,
Yeah.
you know in Lagos State, the CID, there are two divisions. You have the federal and you have the state.
Yes, I know.
This matter is being investigated by Panti,
I know.
which is
That's
under the
commissioner of
state.
police.
I know.
But you are talking of a federal matter.
No. I
Because
know.
you are
no.
referring to
Hold on,
Alagbon.
let me just land. Let me just address. Let me just say what I want to say. I'm going to lose my thoughts. The thing is this: in the matter, okay, the suspect, when the suspect saw that he was going to be arraigned by the police, and he didn't want to be arraigned, the suspect ran to, because the matter I'm talking about involved the Ministry of Justice. The Ministry of Justice was equally charged in this matter. So because they did it together, the person and them, they did it together. So now the suspect ran to DPP that please come and take over this matter. It was the suspect that ran to DPP. The suspect, look, everything I'm telling you, there are certified true copies of everything. They cannot deny nothing. It is. I told Paparano yesterday, I didn't want to come up before. I didn't want to come up to talk about, I've always been listening to what's going on and everything, because I just wanted to leave everything behind me. I just know that Nigerian government they especially Lagos State government, they are so reckless. They've got nothing for the rule of law, and they work like mafians. Now, I'm going to tell you something. It was the suspect that went to them, and then they took over the case and wrote to the judge. If you know what happened in this case, I just don't want to go into everything. And they asked the judge to strike the case out. even in the face of an evidence
Can you cite the case for reference? Can you
no,
cite the case for
no,
reference?
wait. I won't cite it. Wait, let me just finish this stuff first. DPP can, you're right.
It's a public issue, man,
DPP,
so that we can all learn, go through it.
DPP has the power. You're right. They have the power to come into a case and take it over. If it is within Lagos State, that's the DPP of Lagos, they can take it over. Okay, now the thing is this. The thing is this. Why? See, now that DPP, I'm just saying that why would DPP even want to take over this case now, this case of Mohbad? Because is it not clear that the people are actually up against the state, and you want to take the matter over? Why do you want to take the matter over?
No. Jason. Wait, hold
That's
on.
not correct.
Hold on. It's not correct. Let me talk like former President Jonathan. That is not correct. It's not correct. This was what happened. You see, like I said, when I want to argue, I always compare apple for apple, orange for orange. This matter is regarded by the police as an homicide case. The matter you are talking about is a different one. I don't believe it's an homicide case, so I'll take it away.
Okay,
now,
I'll ask you a question based on what you have said now.
Let me talk, Baba. Okay, yes. This is an homicide case according to the police. And the state responded to the outcry of the citizen of Lagos State.
Of the public.
That someone died. That someone died. And the state came, and it was the state that had the power. It has never happened in the history of Nigeria that they don't bury, they can't go exhume them. But the state did that. Because the state acted on behalf of the populace of Lagos. And that is right. The state did well. People are saying this is what we want. And they are representing the people. They exhumed the body and continue investigation. Therefore, this is a criminal matter. And it is a crime against the state. And also, it is a crime within the jurisdiction of the state. So the DPP, we naturally want to be referred to, because now the DPP call all of them, so go investigate this matter in this case. Now, assuming when the guy was killed, the family went directly and reported to the police, and police started the investigation, then the commissioner of police would have prosecuted it under the normal arrangement of police prosecuting an homicide case. But the way it happened, it was the state that stepped into it. And the state is doing it on behalf of the people of the state. So it is not about they want to cover in the first place. But we, the public, as things are going, we can see that, what should the public do? The public should also come out with their wealth of experience and ensure and demand from the state that, yes, you have taken up this case. Yes, you will give it to the DPP. But we want to have private lawyers that will join the team. And they will join it, and you can work together. Because at the end of the day, we, the people, want the justice we deserve. Simple and short. Now, if the state now refuse, or the DPP is singing another song, then the people will come out again. The same people that cried out that the state listened to, the state must listen to them. Because it is the duty of the state to protect the people. That is what I'm saying.
I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you a question now. I want to ask you, number one question I want to ask you now is, do you commit? Do you believe that DPP is going to give you justice if they take over this case? Number one. That's number one question. I still have another question.
Ask all your questions so they answer it together.
Okay, that's number one. Then number two is this. From everything that is happening, do you think? Okay. Yeah. Number two question is: have you done what I said something now before I even proceeded? I said, everyone, look. Sometimes, I like when you give yourself into research. I just said something. I said, have you Googled now? Have you Googled, as I've said it? Let every other person here Google how many cases Google cases that involve DPP taking over a case, and in the case, the person is highly connected to Lagos, to anyone in Lagos State, whether Lagos State or Tinubu.
You can never see that in Google in the first place. You Google it and tell us. You can never see that.
Wait.
But look, I mean, no, why you say things you can never find? You can never find such. Please stop.
Wait.
That.
If the person that is involved, the so-called Oba that is said, the so-called Oba that is involved in this case, if truly he is involved in the case, I am telling you that if you tell me that DPP can give you justice on this case, I'm gonna just take your word, and everybody's gonna watch out and see how it plays.
Anyway, thank you for that.
Okay. You asked me a question, Abi. Okay. Let me quickly answer the question. Number one, this matter is taken up in public interest, number one, and it is the state that is doing that.
Correct.
Number two, it is the DPP, Directorate of Public Prosecution, if the state is taking it on behalf of the people, that have the right to this case, and correct, they will work with the police.
Correct.
Number three, this matter is of public interest, and I have not seen any public interest matter like this in the history of Nigeria. As I've mentioned, that someone died and the person was buried and went to exhume it. So this case is a separate case, is a unique case. And this is the first time that the public will be contributing their money to finance a case like this. So in all indication, this is a fresh matter. And in all indication, this is an awakened public. The public is awoke. And this is a public that wants something to be done. And at the same time, this is a political dispensation where around Koboguenyo. So any government, the public will come after them. So they go use their head. Number 4 or number 5 to also answer it is this. In every sane society, when something like this happens, where there is influence, you see, the system cannot fall down because it is trying to protect 1 or 2 of its members. When they see the heat, they will chase out those people they are trying to protect and say, this institution have been existing for decades. Make una go answer for your crime. It is now the onus is on the public to fire them, to put fire on their bomb to do the right thing. And that is where we come in. Okay. That is where we must ensure that our voice do not go down.
Can I add the point?
Thank you very much.
Aristotle, listen. Aristotle, sorry, one second. Jason, see, I mean, whether the DPP gives justice or not, that's the process. That's the procedure. It's a state crime. They prosecute the case. That's it. Whether they go to the court to mess up, it's their job. That's their job. DPP prosecute the case. That's all.
Okay, I want to say something because the way forward is actually what's important. I want to quickly say something that will help the case. And what I will say is this. I will say that if it is possible for Baba Mohbad, if it is possible, you see, all of this inquest that is going on and everything that is going on, this is just strategy for this case not to go to court. If it is possible for Baba Mohbad to file a petition stating that I want police to investigate the cause of the death of my son, and then let the team make sure that they follow up. They are aggressive about this. They follow up. They always go to them. They follow up everything that they're doing, and they are monitoring everything. Not to just sit there and think that, oh, because they've paid one lawyer, oh, the lawyer is just going to do the job. To be honest, that's what I'm going to say. And I will say again that this public thing taking over is very good, to be honest. No, let me finish because I'm going to drop now. It's very good. The public, of course, this is all about public. And it is only public that can give justice to this case. And how did they go about this? Look, if by the time it is very clear, it is more clear or glaring that the government will not want to allow justice for Mohbad to happen, then the team or the public will now have to look at what can they do. Look at what Dr. Kemi Ololo said. Kemi Ololo has experienced Nigeria, and he has she has very good experience when it comes to Nigerian criminal system or justice system, and that is why she's saying that she's gonna bring in Al Jazeera, she's gonna do this, she's gonna bring in CNN, BBC, because these are the people that can expose Nigerian government, Lagos State government, so that they will do the right thing for Mohbad now before it is too late. When they are doing all of this inquest and it's taking time, when do they want to go for trial? When do they want to send this case for trial? These people don't want justice for Mohbad. It is very clear. The handwriting is clear. And the people that are involved, the other people that are involved that do not want justice for Mohbad, that is why you can see them talking about, one girl came on, was it Paparano's program, and she said that when they were asking her a question, she said that even Tinubu cannot do anything to Wumi, cannot arrest Wumi. You see how these people are using as saying they're going to petition you, they're going to do this once you talk about justice for Mohbad. They did everything possible they wanted to silence the voice of the people. It was clear. That girl that just said that thing, she just didn't say it. She's privy to some information in the camp where she's from. She's privy to some information. That is to tell you that we need to think outside the box. If we have been like quiet, these people, you don't have to be quiet with them. You need to expose them to the international community. They will force them to give whatever it is that they've received from the place that they're claiming they receive it from, and it will set the head right to want to do the normal thing. They're reckless, I know, but I believe that will force them to do the right thing. If you petition them, if you petition through criminal, of course, if you petition, that means you want to go by the way of criminal. It's going to pass through police, and it's still not going to fly. They have to approve the petition. If they don't approve it, if they keep quiet on it, what are we going to do to them? But when you're fighting powers that are like stronger than you, that are claiming that they're not going to listen to the voice of the people, what do? You take them to the international level. You start blowing your trumpet, blow them. Let them know
Bro,
what
can you take this case to international level, please?
Jason,
Awareness.
Jason,
Awareness.
Jason,
Not to bring in their
Jason.
police. No, awareness.
Jason, fantastic submission you've made. But before now, we have been doing all what you are saying. And I think what you've said brings about to this fact. And this is what I've also subscribed to. We cannot run away from the structure. We will still work with the structure to achieve what we want to do. But as a people, what else can we do? We ensure that we make the matter a global issue that will be discussed. Therefore, the system do not have any other option than to do right. How do we do that? Is to explore. On Paparano's platform here, we've written petition down to America. On Paparano's platform here, I have copies of letters written to the FBI, written to the CIA, written to what do they call it? Embassies around the world, Western embassies, to ensure that they don't allow those who we suspected want to japa, and they are working on it. So for some of us, when some people say some rubbish on platform and say even Tinubu, we don't respond to them because we know they are ignoramus and they don't know anything. For some of us, when they tell us that Wumi as japa, we laugh and we look because we know alati oleshen, it will not happen. So it is not that we are sleeping, but this is one thing that I've turned to ikutomo tomu ejawakako, the death that make the fish to fold, that make it incapacitated. Number one, among all of us, only few have better appreciation of this case from start to finish. The rest, it is olentele afa. It is about, if they said we should stay here, we stay there. Let us do it till it ends. When they waste all the time, they will not come back. That is to some. To some, they are just there for cashing coups. You understand what I mean? Yeah. And the few that are 20%, if you use the 80-20 rule of Richard Cox, it is 20% that will produce 80%. And they've been steadfast. They've been battered, but they've been steadfast. And the way it is, we are going back to what those 20% have said as far back as November, January. And I think for me, my appeal is this. for as many people that are on this live, for those who are streaming and for those who are doing whatever they want to do with, let us go to other platforms when we engage and begin to engage people. Let us make them see reason why things have to be done like this. Because I tell you, just like what you said, Jason, if it was the Aloba family that want to prosecute this case, it will be like what you said. The DPP will make sure it is no case. But because the public is involved, if the Aloba family makes themselves to be the leader, we will not get results.